I guess made you drop your pants and raise your shirt. Is that right?
Yeah, it hurt so hard to hurt and pull a gun on me, and I was scared.
Why are you pointing guns in people's faces? Why are you bringing your mom down here for this nonsense that you have done? Why didn't you call your mom before you did this nonsense?
What if someone knocked on your door and the next second, a gun was pointed at your face? What if the person who helped you, someone you trusted from your volunteer work, led criminals straight to your home? This is not a movie. This is not fiction. This happened in San Antonio, Texas, and the details of this case will leave you speechless.
State of Texas versus Philip Thomas Washington. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense?
Yes,
And are you Mr. Washington?
ma'am.
All right, in each of the cause numbers, you entered a plea of guilty. And cause number 2022 CR 3498B, you entered a plea of guilty to count 1. State waived count 2 in the repeater paragraph without objection. And 2022 CR 3873B, you pled guilty and the state waived the repeater count without objection. And each cause, I found that there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court found you guilty. According to the plea bargain agreement, there's no application. Each case is to run concurrent. There are several cases that are being taken in consideration, and the state is asking that your sentence be set at a cap of 22 years. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Judge.
Yeah.
Any objections to the PSI report?
None from the state.
No.
State, do you have any witnesses?
Yes, Judge.
How many witnesses do you have?
1.
All right, if you can call your witness.
State calls Cynthia Martis.
All right, can you come forward and raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand if you state your name for the record.
Cynthia Martis.
All right, state.
Thank you. Cynthia, are you aware why we're here today?
Yes, sir.
Are you one of the victims in cause number 2022 CR 3498B?
Yes.
And the judge is familiar with the facts of the case. I just want to go over a few details that may not have been in the report. What were you doing? Or what were you at first? Where were you at that day?
I was at home sitting on my chair, like I usually do, sit with my door open, and I was there with my friend, just sitting there watching TV, listening to my news, and I do volunteer work behind me, and he was one of the people that helped me, get volunteer work, and I was helping him out as a place to stay, so he was there.
Okay. So let me ask you another question. How long had you been in that apartment?
About a week and a half.
Okay. You said you were sitting there with the door open?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the person that was with you, was that Kenneth?
Yes.
Okay. And you knew him from where you do volunteer work?
Yes.
What kind of volunteer work do you do?
I was helping at the Travis Street Park Church, which is where he works.
And what do y'all do there?
Everything. I usually work in the clothing room, and he runs the showers, the food. He tells everybody where to go. You do this, you do that, you do that.
And so on that day, the co-defendant came up to you, right? The female?
Yes, and I thought I knew her, but because I know a lot of people, but I help out. I feed people too on the side. So you don't remember all their faces. Some people just need a shower, some, and hey, go ahead, take a shower.
Okay. And so that's why you let her use your phone?
She didn't use my phone.
Oh, whose phone did she use?
She didn't have a phone. She made an excuse that she had left her phone in her car, and she would look like she was stressed out. So she left my house, and she said, "Oh, I left my phone in the car." So she goes down. She comes back with a guy. I don't know who she is. The guy that helped me, with the volunteer work, and knew them. I have never seen these people before.
Did they enter into your apartment?
Yeah, because my door was open. They came and they said, "Do you remember me?" And I thought I did, but I really didn't. She said, "Come on." And let me go.
Who was it that had the gun?
This guy.
Had you ever had a gun pointed at you before?
Never in my life.
When he pointed at the gun at you, what did he take from you?
He took my purse. It was rent time. So I had just been to the bank and, so I had my rent's $800, had enough money to pay my rent. And then all the bills are coming out. It's like, beginning first of the month, all that stuff. So he took everything I grabbed, when to call the police. He said, give me that. Everything I pulled out, give me that. And I was scared because there's a gun in my face.
The report mentioned that he, I guess, made you drop your pants and raise your shirt. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you said they took your phone. Did you end up finding pictures that were taken from your phone?
Yes.
Was the defendant in those pictures?
Yes.
And how has this offense affected you? Like, how are you dealing with it?
I still have my door open because I think as long as I pay my rent, I have that right. But it just reminds me that somebody could just walk in and take your life, blow your head off, and not think about it. And you've done nothing. What did I deserve to have somebody come and take my money that I work for? I work 2 jobs. I do home health care. And I don't know why I was targeted. I worked so hard to help people, to have these strangers walk into my life and pull a gun on me. And I was scared. I'll never forget. Because he could have just killed me. You know, some people might rob you and say, okay, I got everything and go, but I couldn't take a chance. My friend, he said, he wouldn't empty his pockets. He said, you know, screw you, excuse my language. But I was scared. I never had this happen to me before in my life. Why? And it's a memory I'll never forget, because it could have been, I could not be here today had he chose to pull that gun. Why?
Your Honor, we'll pass the witness.
All right, thank you. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
I have one, Judge.
Yes, have them come forward.
Cheryl Washington.
Cheryl Washington? Can you come forward, please? All right, if you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Cheryl Washington.
All right, defense.
Ms. Washington, you're the mother of Philip Washington.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you verify some of the things that I showed you in the pre-sentence investigation?
Yes. He's been, as a child, he was kind of bipolar and, you know, he had some effects.
Does that continue his mental condition into
His mental
juvenile?
condition into juvenile, yes.
And recently, when all this crime was happening with him, what was changing in his life? What was going on?
Well, I think drugs came effect in his life.
Did he become addicted to methamphetamine?
Yes, he did. Yes, he
had
did.
a new girlfriend that was running around.
That's where he met. Before then, he wasn't doing. He came out from the 10 years that he previously had and was doing good. And when he met her, it went downhill.
How long was he doing good?
He was doing good at the time he got about, I'd say 7 months the time he was out.
But when the methamphetamine hit, it just
He lost all control.
passed it.
All right, thank you.
No question.
That's all for me.
Yes, thank you so much. Any other witnesses?
But no, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Washington, anything you wish to say? All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand.
Judge.
I think they're going to have questions for you. All right, so here's my question. Why are you pointing guns in people's faces?
I have no excuse.
Why didn't you get a job?
I didn't have a job with Toyota. No
So why are you taking money from somebody who's working 2 jobs to support themselves?
influence. It's not really an excuse, Your Honor.
Why are you bringing your mom down here for this nonsense that you have done? Because this is what I've discovered. People, when they get in trouble, who do they always call? Their mom. Why didn't you call your mom before you did this nonsense? How old are you?
2 years old, Your Honor.
So you're old enough to know better. And a lot of people have problems in their life. I know a lot of people who have mental health issues, a lot of people who have drug issues. This is not the way to go. You could end up killing her. You could end up getting killed yourself. All right. All right. Is there anything else? Because the court is going to make its ruling. All right. Then each of the cause numbers, the court is going to sentence you to 22 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $500 fine. And each cause number's time and money rank concurrent. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon in each cause number. Cases taken in consideration are 2022 CR 3501, JN numbers 2049196, 2076193. You are to agree that you committed the court is finding that you committed the offenses of aggravated robbery on December 27, 2021, December 30th, 2021, and January 5th, 2022, with and in concert with Petra Calderon. There's to be no contact with Cassandra Acosta, Jorge Calmaneras, Kenneth Henry, and Cynthia Murray or Morris. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing? And each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them and did you sign them? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? If you have a question, you're also not allowed to own or possess any weapons or firearms. Do you understand? If you have a question of a weapon, what a weapon is or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, you're excused. Good luck to you to get the orbital sockets. So it wasn't this, because
Right,
this is
she
not
was-
how somebody gets their orbital socket damaged.
Yes,
It seems more like this.
Yes, ma'am, but,
You want to jury trial, Mr. White?
yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with aggravated assault, serious bodily injury? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Offense is charged in the indictment. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding you guilty as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding to sentencing?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just shortly after this judge, the complaint witness did file an affidavit of non-prosecution. I did not draft it. I don't know the basis of that. Just showing that she is willing to forgive him for what may have allegedly happened.
For what may allegedly have happened. Okay. All right, Mr. White, what is PK's?
Oh, that's a sports bar. It's on Housing Road.
So how do we go from you're at a sports bar to with someone to now we're here because she has an orbital socket that's been damaged?
Well, she wanted to get money out to buy more drinks, so we went to the ATM that was close by.
No, I read the report where it says you all went to an ATM machine and then something ensued in the vehicle. So how did she get the orbital socket injury?
To be honest, I was defending myself, and
Do you want a jury trial?
no, ma'am.
Okay.
I mean, it was just so much going on. I was doing this.
And not with both hands because you're driving.
No, ma'am. It was actually, the car was stopped. It was parked. The altercation happened. So I wasn't driving.
All right, so it wasn't this. Because
Right,
this is
she
not
was-
how somebody gets their orbital socket damaged. It
Yes, ma'am.
seems more like this.
Yes, ma'am. But she jumped in the driver's seat after I tried to get her out of my car. And I had sat on top of her to get her out of my car. And she was choking me from behind. I see the pictures in where my shirt was ripped. So maybe in that process, something hit her in the eye.
How did you two meet?
We met on the dating site.
What dating site?
I think it was Tinder. I think it was Tinder.
I mean, well, you know if it's Tinder or Grindr
Yeah,
or what it is. So what was
It
it?
was so long ago. It was Tinder.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
She is 7.
Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I'm a work for a logistics company.
What does that mean? What are you doing?
Oh, I deliver items that's like TVs, washing machines, stuff like that.
All right. Any drug issues?
No, ma'am.
All right, any other questions from anyone else?
No, Your Honor.
There you go.
All right. With regards to defense counsel off the record, in the presence of the state informing that his client is on GPS, do you all still want him on GPS?
Judge, it wasn't included as part of the agreement, so we'll defer to the court.
Oh, does he have any criminal history?
Judge, he has some prior arrests with no convictions or probation.
All right. So is there any, if GPS were removed, is there any concern for the complainant's welfare? The defense has told me that the complainant has done an affidavit of non-prosecution.
Yes, Judge. She has her own bond conditions as well in a separate, unrelated case.
Okay.
So I don't believe that what limited interactions we've had with her, she's expressed no concern.
Okay. All right. So I'll follow your agreement, send you the 6 years deferred adjudication. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. There is an affirmative finding of family violence, the BIPT course, 240 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived upon proof of the COVID vaccination, including the booster. I'm not forcing you to get that, but if you have done it or you want to do it, the court will deduct 40 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to ask for parenting classes. Once you complete the parenting classes, the remaining of the community service hours will be waived. There's to be no contact with Patricia Rutledge. Proof of employment within 15 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Field visits, regular one time per month for 3 months. If there are no issues, then the field visits can stop. And there's to be regular UAs, or you can do the patch. The patch costs more, but it frees up your time more. And I'll order removal of GPS. Probation, is there anything else that he needs?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. White, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
We can go off the record. People are doing dating sites now. You just need to be careful with those sites. And guess what? If someone is acting weird, just, pull the plug on the date
Right.
instead of transporting people.
Right.
Brenda, I find that on first dates, you need to come in your own car. That way your friend can call you and say there's an emergency and you can just leave. Okay, I'll contact you later.
Right.
All right, good luck to you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
This case involved a man named Philip Thomas Washington, who, along with his female co-defendant Petra Calderon, went on a dangerous armed robbery spree across San Antonio, Texas. Not once, not twice, but 3 separate times in just 10 days, targeting innocent, vulnerable people in their own homes and spaces. And what makes this case even more disturbing is that Washington was not a first-time criminal. He had already served 10 years in prison before this, came out, stayed clean for just 7 months, then met a new girlfriend, got addicted to methamphetamine, and threw absolutely everything away, robbing hardworking people at gunpoint just to feed his addiction, until the photos found on his victim's stolen phone led police directly back to him and landed him right back in front of a judge. Here's what makes this case truly shocking and deeply disturbing. Cynthia was not robbed on a dark street corner or in a parking lot. She was robbed inside her own home, in her own apartment, by someone connected to the very church where she volunteered her time and her heart. She had spent years feeding strangers, clothing the homeless, and opening her door to people in need. And the cruel irony is that her kindness, her generosity, and her open heart became the exact weapon that was used against her. And even after having a loaded gun pointed directly in her face, even after losing her rent money, her phone, and her dignity, Cynthia told that courtroom that she still keeps her door open because she pays her rent and she refuses to let fear take that right away from her. And that right there will break your heart completely. This case is not just about one woman and one criminal. This is about what happens to an entire community when crime goes unchecked, When good people who volunteer, who feed the hungry, who open their homes to strangers are betrayed and traumatized, they stop helping. And the most vulnerable people in our society suffer because of it. When methamphetamine and drug addiction flood our neighborhoods, they do not just destroy the addict, they destroy families, they destroy trust, they destroy safety. And when repeat offenders walk out of prison only to return to crime within months, it forces all of us to ask the serious question, is our justice system truly rehabilitating people or simply delaying the next crime? Cynthia said it best when she told that courtroom that she could not be here today had Philip Washington chosen to pull that trigger. And that is the reality that thousands of crime victims across this country live with every single day. Invisible wounds that never fully heal.